Welcome back to the HSEbox.com channel. This is a series of videos in which we answer 10 questions related to health, safety, and the environment. Please subscribe to our channel and enable the notifications bell so you can be alerted whenever we post a new video. In this video, we will have 10 questions and answers related to unsafe equipment. Let's get started. Question number 1. What are the workplace safety protocols for using equipment?
All workers should be trained in the safe and correct operation of any equipment they use. Workers should be familiar with the equipment's safety features and any safety protocols that need to be followed when operating the equipment. All workers should also be aware of any potential hazards that could arise from using the equipment, such as potential contact with high-voltage electricity or hazardous materials. Protective gear, such as goggles, gloves, and appropriate clothing, should be used when operating the equipment. Additionally, all workers should inspect the equipment before use to ensure it is in safe working order.
Question number 2. How can workers reduce the risk of injury when using equipment?
Workers can reduce the risk of injury when using equipment by following all safety protocols, using protective gear, and being alert while working. Workers should also maintain a safe distance from the equipment and be aware of their surroundings when operating it. Additionally, workers should be sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions for the equipment and always use the equipment as it was intended to be used. Workers should also be aware of any dangerous chemicals or other hazardous materials that may be present in the area and take precautions to protect themselves.
Question number 3. What should workers do if they notice any potential hazards while using equipment?
If workers notice any potential hazards while using equipment, they should immediately stop using the equipment and notify their supervisor. The supervisor should then assess the potential hazard and take appropriate steps to reduce or eliminate the risk of injury. This could include additional training for the workers, implementing additional safety protocols, or repairing or replacing the equipment.
Question number 4. What is the policy on using protective gear while using equipment?
It is essential that workers use the appropriate protective gear while using equipment, as it can help reduce the risk of serious injury in the event of an accident. Protective gear such as safety glasses, hard hats, and gloves should be worn at all times. Additionally, workers should be aware of any hazardous materials that may be present in the area and take additional precautions as needed.
Question number 5. What should workers do if they notice any unfamiliar equipment?
If workers notice any unfamiliar equipment, they should not attempt to use it until they are properly trained in its operation. Workers should also inform their supervisor of the presence of unfamiliar equipment, as the supervisor may need to provide additional training or take other steps to ensure the safety of the workers.
Question number 6. How can workers ensure the equipment is in good working order before use?
Before using any equipment, workers should inspect it for any signs of damage or wear. They should also check to make sure all safety features are functioning properly and that all necessary protective gear is in place. Additionally, workers should be familiar with the manufacturer's instructions for the equipment and use the equipment as it was intended to be used.
Question number 7. What should workers do in the event of an accident involving equipment?
In the event of an accident involving equipment, workers should immediately stop using the equipment and report the incident to their supervisor. The supervisor should then assess the situation and take appropriate steps to reduce the risk of injury. Depending on the severity of the incident, this could include providing additional training for workers, implementing additional safety protocols, or repairing or replacing the equipment.
Question number 8. What are the environmental regulations that should be followed when using equipment?
All workers should be familiar with any environmental regulations governing the use of equipment. These regulations could include restrictions on the disposal of hazardous materials or waste, limits on the use of certain chemicals, and requirements for the correct disposal of hazardous materials. Additionally, workers should be aware of any potential environmental impacts that may arise from using the equipment, such as air or water pollution, and take the necessary steps to mitigate these impacts.
Question number 9. What are the health and safety protocols for using specialized equipment?
When using specialized equipment, Workers should be familiar with the manufacturer's instructions and safety protocols for the equipment. Additionally, all workers should be trained in the proper use of the equipment, as well as any potential hazards or risks associated with its use. Protective gear, such as goggles, gloves, and appropriate clothing, should also be used when operating the equipment.
Question number 10. What should workers do if they notice any potential safety violations while using equipment?
If workers notice any potential safety violations while using equipment, they should notify their supervisor immediately. The supervisor should then assess the situation and take the necessary steps to ensure the safety of the workers. This could include additional training for workers, implementing additional safety protocols, or repairing or replacing the equipment.
We hope that this video gives you a better understanding of health, safety, and the environment. If you have any queries, please leave a comment, and we would be glad to assist you. Check our website and our channel for more health, safety, and environmental topics. The link is in the description. Never forget health, safety, and environment are everyone's responsibility. Stay safe always. Bye bye, see you in the next video.